Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, the news that I'm going to give today is shocking, to say the least. If you are currently wearing any pearls, I implore you to clutch them. And if you are of a nervous disposition, maybe, just maybe, it's a video to sit out of. But if you're going to stick around, then here we go. You have been warned. Terminator Dark Fate, the 6th movie in the Terminator franchise and 3rd reboot in about 15-20 years, that follows the same story as all the other Terminators, apart from gender swapping out a character or two here or there, is flopping at the box office. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know. How unbelievable is that? Okay, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it all. Box office, Terminator Dark Fate fizzles. This is from IMDb. With 29 million debut. Now, there are reports of 27 million, and I'm not just referring to this one down here. I've checked multiple different websites, and some have 27 million, some have 28 million, some are 29 million that it's taken. But 29 million, let's give it its best, shall we? Over the course of its opening weekend, which is awful. Now, expectations for the movie were 40 million. So it's 26-27% short of that in terms of what it was going to hopefully gross the studios. And this is a trifecta. This is a mixture of Paramount, Skydance, and Disney, who all put the money into this movie, who are all set, most likely, to lose a lot of money, because the budget for Terminator Dark Fate, and I don't think this includes marketing, was 185 million. Oh my god. This is going to lose money when your opening weekend is 29 million. Now, I have to stress this. Does it mean just because people didn't go to the cinema that it's a bad film? No. No, it doesn't mean that. What it means is people weren't turned on to go to the cinema to watch it. Now, from all intents and purposes, from some more extreme critics, they've not been particularly kind to it. But from the kind of people that I mostly read and watch and listen to, etc., etc., they kind of say that the film is okay. It's okay. You know, sort of like, it's the best Terminator sequel since T2, but that's not saying too much because the others really aren't up to mustard. But yeah, it's meant to be like an okay-ish film with some decent parts here or there. But again, when your plot is identical, you have a Terminator of some variety coming from the future to kill a young person who is going to grow up to be a future leader of the Resistance, while another Terminator, or enhanced human in this case, comes from the future to protect said leader of the Resistance for the future. We've seen it all before. It's not a hook. It's not good enough to get people into the cinema. And I'm 3-4 minutes into this video and haven't even mentioned the whole gender swap thing. Why? Because I don't think it was relevant at all. You know, when the first images came out of the movie, it was just like, oh my god, it's going to be Terminator woke. That's what it appeared to be, because you had the enhanced human Terminator, you had Sarah Connor with a Zimmer frame, and then you...
Oh, but Az, do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is for women over 60 to get roles in Hollywood?
No, and neither do you. You just listen to what people say. I don't care either. I want an entertaining film. And then this young, tiny little Mexican girl who's going to grow up to be the resistance leader. When I saw that, you could easily been forgiven for thinking Terminator woke, but that didn't seem to transpire later on as the trailers dropped and we started to see what the film was about. And it seemed to be a cross between everything that we'd seen before in a Terminator movie while desperately trying to tie it to Terminator 2 by having the original Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, from what I heard, are probably the worst two things of the film. But that's just by the by. So there was nothing to drag people to the cinema. There was nothing to make people go to the cinema and see it. It wasn't as if, hey, we're doing a Terminator movie, but we're going to do something fucking crazy. We're going to take this franchise somewhere else. Instead of a Terminator comes back from the future to the past to kill the resistance leader, a whole wave of Terminators from the past just come in to wipe out mankind. And then there's this current day battle with our current technology versus this futuristic army of robots who have come back to secure the Earth because of what? Just something different, you know? Apart from this bog standard steady formula that we've already seen. And how? This is what I don't get. I know I've been through the budget, but how do you give a sixth movie in a franchise which failed with Terminator 3, failed with rebooting with Terminator Salvation, failed with rebooting with Terminator Genesis, and then again trying to reboot by dismissing those three films and making it a direct sequel to T2? 185 million. Are you crazy? You were literally throwing your money down a toilet. Look at this. Look at this. Same news on the same day. Box office bonanza. Joker crosses 900 million worldwide. Joker has consistently made money since its release. It didn't just go wee and then die. It still brought in great amounts of money. It's now the top rated R movie of all time by a mile because, as it says later on down there, Deadpool clocks in at 783. This is now over 900 million. And why did Joker hit a note with people? Is it because it was some white man's fantasy or anything that... Fuck off. No. None of those... Anything the crazy press was said. Why? It's a good film. It was a good film about a mentally troubled person's descent into madness. That's what it was. And the hook was they turned that person into what could have been the Joker. Some universe's Joker. And it worked. And it worked perfectly. It was the perfect type of story to fit that type of character. And it was an engaging film with incredible performances, incredible cinematography, great script, and a great... the way the movie built and built and built, and then the ending was so tense. Everything just got so tense towards the third act. Wonderful stuff. What's its budget? Well, it says 60 here, but it's rumoured to be 50. 50 to 60, we'll say then. Let's just be generous. 50 to 60 million. This was meant to be a safer type of movie so that you could just experiment with a character piece. Breaking box office records left, right and centre. And then you've got something which is constantly flopping. And you want to throw 185 million budget at it for making the same film over again. Regardless of whether it was average, and you don't want an average film, obviously. You want a really good film. But to make the same movie over again, but triple, quadruple, quintillion pintum the budget. Madness. It doesn't surprise me. It was expected. I like Arnold. I love the Terminator films. No, that's a lie. I love the first two Terminator films. I have no love for any of the others at all. In actual fact, I know I'm going slightly off script from what the norm is, but the first Terminator's my favourite in the series. And I know T2's incredible, but the first one is, because I just remember watching that as a small child, being scared witless of this relentless machine that just wouldn't stop. Absolutely hiding behind cushions. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now, just before I end, I want to just show something about IMDb. These adverts. You can bow out now if you want to. These adverts are all over IMDb, and they're just making me crack myself up laughing. I am making $95 bucks hours for working from home. What? What does that mean? I am making $95 bucks hours from working from home. And if you think that's cool, my divorced friend has twin toddlers and made over 9K her first month. Wow! Sign me up. And then you just literally scroll to the next one. There's another. I am making over 9K a month. Wait a minute, that's the divorced friend. Trevor. And they're a female called Trevor. Oh, Devon. Sorry, I thought it was Trevor for a minute. Now I was going to get all excited. Devon, damn it. I wish they were Trevor. That would have made my day. Another one. I quit my job. And now I got $12145 back a month by operating website. I'm sorry, but IMDb is just the comment section that keeps on giving. So there we go. Shock horror. Terminator flops, and it's probably going to end up losing all three studios money. Never would have seen that coming with a film that is just the same as all the others. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links there in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.